Never have I ever thought I'd see the day where we witness Europe sowing the seeds of its own destruction. And I love it because they've been watching us suffer in Africa, intentionally oppressing us and living their best lives through our pain and suffering. Ha! Now, Ziakala. It all started with a phone call between Vladimir Putin, president of Russia, and Donald Trump, president of USA. The purpose of the phone call is to try and reach some agreement for a ceasefire to potentially end the war between Russia and Ukraine. Now, this telephone call happens a few days before President Trump is supposed to meet the president of Ukraine. Now, the president of Ukraine is not excited with why is he consulting with Russia first and not Ukraine, because they are bosoms. And Donald Trump or USA is funding basically the Ukraine side of the war. Okay, fine. The meeting happens between Zelensky and Trump. They have a press conference. It goes well, fairly, and then they have a private meeting. In that private meeting, Donald Trump is telling Zelensky, Putin wants the land that he's gotten, the regions that he's gotten, he wants them. So just give those regions up, and then we call it quits, and then the war ends. Zelensky's like, you promised me that you would give me weapons until we win this war. You put me into this mess. So now give me what I need. Trump Ati, what? What do you mean? Zelensky is trying to push back, but Trump was taking the furniture apart, throwing things. And Zelensky is trying to show Trump on a map that, look, this is all he wants. That's a lot. That's a lot to lose as Ukraine. Trump throws the map across the room and says, Joanna, I've never even been there, so don't. But then eventually, again, they all come down. And the agreement is that they will all meet. So that is Putin, Zelensky, Trump. They will all meet in Budapest next week. But now remember, Zelensky is very angry and he goes on a press conference and pushes back. So he says, yeah, no, I hear what Trump is saying. And yeah, maybe we do need peace. But then he says that actually he doesn't like it that people are saying that Russia is winning because Russia lost, I don't know how many million of people, soldiers during the war. And I don't understand why the rest of Europe isn't protecting us because and putting sanctions on Russia, especially the oil. Chigi. A day later, two NATO countries are attacked. First Hungary, and a few hours later, Romania. And specifically targeting the oil plants. The oil plants, so they go from Russia to Romania or Hungary, and then they feed the rest of Europe. Now it's winter. Europe will not have access to Bayokodola. Now, this is Hungary. So I think Hungary was targeted for a different reason, and it comes from NATO. Hungary has been very vocal in saying, guys, let's have a peace deal with Russia. We don't have to go to war. And the Prime Minister of Hungary, that's him, has been saying in each and every press conference that they've ever had in Europe that Hungary, have witnessed being occupied by Russia for 40 years, and it's no child's play, and they don't want to go back there. So he's saying that the problem is that the rest of Europe and USA, they have war plans, not peace plans, and that's the problem. And we don't have to see Russia fail. We can all win, and they're against it. And he was supposed to go to a conference to have an announcement. Now, the announcement is, they think that the announcement would be that Hungary is going to leave the EU and join BRICS, allegedly. So this is a suspicion that they have. And Hungary has been hinting that they are going to leave the EU because they are not supporting this war against Putin and putting Russia down. Hey, you see what happened there? I love it.